What up, my common sensocrats? Welcome to today's show where we give you the harshest truth, not the sweetest lie. I am your host, Carrington Rowe, and today is going to be a super fun episode full of creativity talk and video/inspiration as always. But first, please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. I am also on rumble.com. Also, subscribe to my audio podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. Like and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and join me on commonsensocrats.locals.com. And we're off. So, Hollywood. They've always been full of glam, glitz, press, hardworking people, writers, directors, producers, agents, photo shoots, premieres, etc. Every year, since I was a little girl, I would tune in to the award shows. It was my dream to be on that red carpet. Just being a little girl and seeing all the pretty dresses and the handsome men in suits and just the life, you know? And then how do I put this? The woke cult took over, and now it has become the main virus in Hollywood, even before COVID-19. I have been an actress my whole life, and then got into directing, writing, producing, along with acting included. And I started acting when I was 3 years old, like very little, and then got into more the directing, writing, and producing in my late teens, early 20s. And this, I will say, this has been an issue before with the studio heads, but not as bad as it is now. I lived in New York City, worked in the theater world. Obviously, we know why I'm not there now. Worked in LA, Chicago, Atlanta, pretty much everywhere. And I have to say I'm very, very lucky and blessed to have had the opportunities I have had so far. And I'm looking forward to more. That's why it's best just to start your own thing. Create your own script, your own project, be your own boss. There are so many resources now where you can do that. Look, I did. I created my own production company, which we have stuff in development for the future, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm writing my own scripts. I have been for the past few years, and I'm very excited. And we'll see where that goes. But now, here we go with the news and what's going on in Hollywood. According to the New York Post article from September 8th, 2020, the Oscars announced that they unveiled new diversity standards for 2024 Best Picture nominee. So beginning in 2024, with the 96 Academy Awards, wow, I can't believe it's been 96 years, films must meet 2 of 4 standards in representation categories in order to qualify for a nomination. The categories are listed as on-screen, among the crew, at the studio, and in opportunities for training and advancement in order aspects of the film's development and release. The on-screen representation requirements include either having at least one lead character or a significant supporting character be from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group, having at least 30% of secondary roles be from 2 underrepresented groups, or having the main storyline, theme, or narrative must be focused on an underrepresented group. Underrepresented groups include women, people of color, people who identify as LGBTQ+, or people with disabilities, according to the Academy. The new standards are meant to encourage diversity and equitable representation on screen and off. The aperture must widen to reflect our diverse global population in both the creation of motion pictures and in the audiences who connect with them, Academy President David Rubin and CEO Don Hudson said in a statement. We believe these inclusion standards will be a catalyst for long-lasting, essential change in our industry. The second category, relating to the crew, includes standards such as a film having either at least 2 leadership positions, or department heads be from an underrepresented group, and at least one be from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. At least 6 other crew be from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group, or at least 30% of the film's crew be from an underrepresented group. That's a lot of math, by the way, to do in your head when you're hiring these people, when you're hiring for your film, but whatever, that's just me. The studio category deals with paid internship and apprenticeship opportunities, which, that could be good, as well as offering training opportunities for those in underrepresented groups. The 4th category tackles representation in marketing, publicity, and distribution teams. The new standards were devised by a task force led by Academy Governors Bethany Frankel and Jim Giannopoulos, and in consultation with the Producers Guild of America. Okay. This is just my opinion about this. I'm going to be honest, so don't smack me for this, okay? This is just an opinion show here that I do my best to be as truthful as possible. When you're hiring for a film, okay, it's already a complicated process. You have to cast, you have to get your actors together, you have to get your actors together, you have to get your crew together, this is a lot of stuff to already take in already, on top of getting approval from the studio heads with the limitations they've already had in the first place. Now with the Academy, now the studio heads have to take into consideration who you bring in for your own film. Do you see what I'm saying? So I have never been against diverse groups getting nominated. I have never been against that. I am all for it, especially if they were phenomenal in the role. But this whole thing here is making it way more complicated. Way more complicated. The fact that they have limitations on who you can hire and how many you can hire, it's getting a little ridiculous. And I think a lot of my friends, even on the left, would agree with that. It's getting to the point where it's like, well, fine, okay, well, I guess we'll just never be nominated for an Oscar. So, Hollywood, you gotta start thinking clearly here, otherwise your ratings will just keep showing for themselves. And now, onto that segment. Already this year, we have seen the ratings drop rapidly. The Golden Globes, for example, their ratings dropped over half of last year. The Grammys, same thing. They have had, they only had 7.9 million views from 18.9 million last year. Like, that's a big drop. Huge drop. I mean, that's insane. I don't think I've seen those numbers drop even. I mean, NFL is pretty bad as well. I mean, those ratings have gone way down as well. So, but the music is not as great as it used to be. I have exceptions with certain Taylor Swift songs, Miley Cyrus, especially her recent album, I'm Obsessed. And Justin Bieber, his work recently has been impressive to me, I have to say. I feel like that age group, like Miley and Justin and all those guys, and Taylor, they've gotten more vulnerable, so I appreciate that their later years, that they're on point. Like, they've been doing really, really well. Now, you know who's not been that impressive to me? And of course I'm going to have a lot of haters for this one, so whatever. Cardi B. I will never. And you know how they say never say never? No, I say never. Never I will. Like, no. Even at a club, God willing, if I'm ever back at a club, which I don't plan to anytime soon, but hey, if I'm ever at a club again, I won't even engage with any of her songs. Like, that's when I go grab a drink at the bar. Oh, and when there was that rift between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, I hate to say it, but I was like, man, Team Nicki, even though I'm not a huge fan of hers, but I was like, well, a couple of her songs I like better than Cardi B, so. But I'm just saying, the ratings, guys, the numbers don't lie. So maybe that's telling you something. So let's see what the Oscars will bring on April 25th. And in case you want to know where I got those numbers, I got it from the independent, .co.uk in the arts and entertainment, and then the Golden Globe ratings I got from the New York Post. I mean, the percentage of views have proven that limiting creativity and sticking to one narrative, or maybe two, maybe that doesn't work out too well. I mean, like I said, the numbers don't lie. So what this is showing is that we may never, we may not have an Oscars to watch in 2024, the way the ratings are going. So now, let's move on to something more fun, shall we? It's Fun Friday time, so let's go. First off, before we get into the full entertainment and laugh our ass off, I need to ask some of our leaders, especially Jen Psaki, our White House press secretary, to please stop saying or For those that don't know what I'm talking about or haven't seen her speak, you sure are missing an opportunity for a drinking game. I've pulled up a clip of this montage of her using the isms. Now, I'm not going to play the full video because it is 4 minutes and 33 seconds, but it is, I'll play some of them and then go to the very end because it is just wow. Turn it up a little bit. There we go. Here we go. Just wait.
Good afternoon. We have quite a few things at the top, but then we will take plenty of questions. With that, we'll get to your questions.
I'm going to pause for a second. By the way, that's already 24 ums, and this is taped during one conference, by the way. This is just a single conference. This is the same one, and already we're in 24 of them.
So the president's that means and he also he talked about the fundamental concerns we have human rights abuses across the country, but
why should I be satisfied with that?
I have 2 young kids. Many of you have kids as well. But we are going to well, Kristen, the president, and I think what he was reflecting on was, it was just a reminder of use of the United States and a defense of those values in that conversation as well. That's his view, and it's reflected in our administration policy.
Okay, I fast forwarded a little bit, and now we're at number of an 206. I kid you not. I'm going to be sharing this video. I kid you not. Let me go to the very end. I'm at 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
And I will leave it at that. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, that's the end. It says Jen Psaki, okay. I don't want to start over.
Thank you, everyone.
Hold, please. Okay, so Jen Psaki, speaking time, 31 minutes and 30 seconds, approximately. And spoken on average every 5.3 seconds, and a total of 356 times. And then, just for fun, here's another for her circle back moments. Let's get this pulled up here. Yeah, we're good. Cool.
So, let's see. Let me talk to our team. I'll circle back if there's more I can share. I think the president's view on our relationship with China, I tried to do my best to convey to all of you. I'll have to check on that specific piece, and we'll circle back with you directly. But I'll have to circle back with you on it. I'm not sure if they spoke about the Olympics. I'm happy to check with our national security team on that to follow up with, but I don't have any more assessment of the Olympics at this point in time.
So it hasn't been discussed whether he has a position on whether it would safely be able to go on yet?
I don't have anything more other than, I haven't had much on it, but I don't have anything more than I've had on other days on it. I will have to circle back on that one, but I don't think I have anything more for you on it, but I don't know that I have more for you on it than that.
announce what happened to the Churchill bust and what should be read about its removal from the Oval Office?
Oh, such an important question. It's the plane of today. I will follow up on that. I don't have. It is something that may certainly be existing in the complex. Of course, I'm very familiar with the bust, but we will circle back with you if there's more to update you on. But I don't have anything to preview on it. No, I will say. I know we had a statement on the specific case you referenced, which I'm happy to circle back with you on it if you haven't received it. But I will tell you, get some sleep this weekend. We'll have more to say next week on immigration. The president will, so we'll have more to report out to you in the next couple of days. But I don't have anything more for you on it. I can check with our national security team and see if we have a more up-to-date statement. I hate to disappoint you, but I will have to circle back with you on that as well. It is an interesting question. I am happy to check with our Space Force point of contact. I'm not sure who that is. I will find out and see if we have any update on that. It's something, obviously, that's under review, but there was not a conclusion last I asked them about it, but I'm happy to follow up on it and see if there's more to share. There is an ongoing review. We announced, I think it was early last week, of a number of the reported or concerning actions, I should say. That's not the focus. I know it's a big story, but doesn't, obviously that our focus and our big story is getting the American people back to work.
And on the meeting with the Republican senators, we said the word reiterate. I think in the statement last night had the word reiterate 3 separate times. But it's very clear where
we like that word. It's a good word. It's a solid word. I don't think that's true. I don't have anything more on this. And last thing I just want to do before we get to your questions, I often note I'm going to circle back. I hate to disappoint conservative Twitter, but I am going to circle back on a number of things, as we often do directly. But
So, she is definitely the circle back girl. Now I'm starting to do it. I have no words. I have no words. But for now, I am done ripping on Jen Psaki. I just thought that would be really fun for you all to listen, especially in case you do not listen to the press conferences. Yeah. Have you? Okay, so off to the really, really funny videos just to get your mind off the political world for a second. Have you seen the video of the girl that tapes herself sleepwalking? People are saying it's not real. I say I don't know if it is or not. I mean, but I do have experience being around people who do sleepwalk, and after seeing this video, I believe it. And if you haven't seen this video, I have the great honor of showing it now, or if you're on audio, listening to it now. So definitely, this is funny. Get ready for me to laugh my ass off, because I'm gonna be cracking up. Here we go. There we go.
these sleepwalking clips are sorry. Wait.
She's flipped her bird. She's flipped the bird. She's doing her laundry. So big. This is her reacting.
I look crazy, but this is Mannequin Sleepwalking Night Part 2. Shit.
throws her food.
When it comes... Listen!
She's yelling at the mannequin, by the way.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That video is just outstanding. Now listen. It is great that she is showing these videos because, it's scary, and if she leaves the house, which is, in the video, you'll also see she leaves the house. But it is quite amusing. I do love it. It is a funny video. It does make me laugh. So please, whenever you get the chance, if you are on TikTok, she goes by the name, let me see, I think it's, it is Selena Pookie Boo. Selena Pookie Boo. That's what she goes by on TikTok. That's what I thought it was. And she is hysterical. I follow her on TikTok, since, by the way, I am on TikTok as well, under common.sensocrat. So follow me on there as well. But it is, I absolutely love this video. And she has so much more. So definitely check that out. Definitely check it out. Next up, I thought I would present some hilarious news blooper clips that I did find. So let's take a listen at these / look at these.
Once again, temperatures in the upper 40s. Hello everybody, this is Afternoon Live. I've lost you. I shall make my way back to the desk. I think that's the safest thing to do. Do excuse me, I shall tell you all about our top story in just 1 second.
All right, that was one, and then I'm gonna show you this next one. By the way, in case you don't see what was happening, she literally, the camera just kept going in a circle, and she had to follow the camera back to her anchor desk. And this next one is pretty interesting as well.
Sedina.
His sons are twins, and Audrey remembers when they were little, and I was question on because she and Holly were best friends growing up. And
So he has an older daughter?
yeah, so Holly and Audrey are good friends. And so the kids are now like 22 and they have their own band, but they're like a funky, cool sound. They're not like a typical
Yeah.
kids. They're really good.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like Shane and Josh, really.
They're friends with Audrey, your music girl.
Yeah.
Oops! Didn't know I was on air! And then this final one had me laughing.
Coming soon to a bathroom near you, the leaning toilet. UK startup Standard Toilet claims people are spending 25% more time in office bathrooms, and not just for bodily functions, but as a time to check social media and text. The new downward tilting toilet aims to solve the issue of workers sitting on the loo for too long, reportedly waiting for Sorry, you guys. The company says it could save millions of dollars per year. Since I started, it's got a fantastic response. I'm sorry, I can't. It's ridiculous.
Get it together, girl!
It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
I put too many buttons in here.
She can't.
You do it, you cut off.
All right, no toilet talk on TV with Diane. She can't do it.
No, not exactly. No more number twos on TV.
All right, Diane, you gotta go.
It'll rain on
Oh my god. Yep. No, and that, folks, no more number twos on TV. That about killed me. I thought that was the funniest thing. So, yeah. Just for some laughter on a Friday. I thought those were pretty fantastic. And with that, now I'm starting to mess up because, oh my lordy, I'm starting to lose focus. That was pretty great. It's contagious, it is contagious. But I hope those made you laugh as much as they're clearly still making me laugh. And now, up next is the Check Yourself segment. Welcome to Check Yourself. This is where I present someone who needs to check themselves before they wreck themselves. I came across this account on TikTok called Angry Biker 69. That name sure says it all, doesn't it? Take a look at this clip of this guy on his bike in New York City.
Mom, you're on the fucking bike lane! Bravo, where to stand? Good place to stand, really smart. Pay attention! In case you don't know, sidewalks are on your right. Hey, genius, you're on the bike lane. How about getting the fuck off? It's not very smart. Not very smart. You're so fucking smart. It's unbelievable. Mom, you're on the fucking bike.
Yeah, right. So, like I said, I lived in New York City. I get it. Hell, I've even yelled at people to get out of my way before because I was running, even. Just because I'm like, hey, I'm in a hurry, I gotta go, because that's just the lifestyle that it is up there, right? But I just need to say one thing. What an asshole. Like, I understand, again, but seriously, you shouldn't treat anyone like this, okay? I get it, it's a bike lane, they should just know better, that's true, but usually you just say, excuse me, and just keep honking your horn. You don't need to go, oh, you're so effing smart, oh my God, be a complete dick, okay? You don't have to do that. So, basically, just stop doing that. I mean, I get it, you're in a hurry, but in a way now, because of COVID restrictions, because you could tell that was pre-COVID, maybe you don't have to yell at people as much. Because, no one's out in the street, so why not, So, Edward Balls, what a name, AKA Angry Biker 69, check yourself before you do harm to someone else, especially with your bike, okay? Welcome to the finale. This is where I talk about something in entertainment, so like movies, TV shows, theater, whatever. But first, I want to talk about something very exciting that came into the news recently. I am going to admit this to you all, and I have no shame in saying that I am a huge fan of The Real Housewives of New York City. I've watched them since the beginning in 2008. During that, I became a huge fan of Bethany Frankel. What's not to love about her? She's a self-starter, created the skinny girl margarita, for crying out loud, in turn to add on more to the brand throughout the years. She has a charity called Be Strong, where she donates and helps with different causes like the natural disasters, and actually goes to the places like Puerto Rico, Texas, Louisiana, etc. And she has a podcast called Just Be with Bethany Frankel. The reason I bring her up is because she was in a long 6 to 8 year divorce. I don't remember the exact year, how many years, but she's been in a long divorce battle with Jason Hoppy, who she married in 2010. There are two sides to every story. We'll never know what truly happened, during all this, except what you read in the tabloids. Long story short, she is officially divorced from him and is now engaged to Paul Vernon, who she has been in a relationship on and off again since 2018. Apparently, once the divorce was finalized, he proposed. So I wanted to say congratulations on the divorce to all parties, especially to Bryn, Bethany, and Jason's daughter. So congratulations to all on the engagement. It was a long time coming. Okay, moving on. The movie I watched recently was The Woman in Black 2, the sequel to the movie The Woman in Black, with Daniel Radcliffe, the guy from, what's that big movie? Harry Potter or something? The first one was very good, like a slow build. It's based off the play The Woman in Black. Not as jumpy as the second one. So the sequel is not, it's a little more jumpy. Right now, I believe you can watch both on Amazon Prime and Hulu. If you like scary movies with some good build and anticipation and with some jump to it, so you love getting scared, like I do, then it is the movie for you. The cast in both of them are outstanding, and they're both British. What more can you ask for? Now, before I move on to the quote, please remember to like, follow, subscribe to all of the social medias: YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and make sure to join me on commonsensocrats.locals.com. And as always, I like to end with a quote. Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, everybody. Bye.